Welcome to the 53rd running of the Ypres Rally, the highlight of the Belgian Rally Championship that this year also counts for the British Rally Championship, and that has increased the entry list by over 30%. A lot of big names here at the start, among them the driver that currently holds the second position in the World Rally Championship, Belgian Thierry Neuville, driving a Hyundai i20 R5 for the first time in his career. But there's also some guys who have plenty of experience here on the Flemish roads, among them Italian Gian Domenico Bassi, a former winner here, also at the wheel of a Hyundai i20. And together with co-driver Granai, Mimo Basso sets the fifth time in the opening stage, the almost 10 kilometers long Zonnebeker stage. This is Vincent Verschuren, leader in the Belgian Rally Championship, as always with the number 46 on his Skoda Fabia R5. Verschuren has a bit of a difficult start and only sets 8th time in this high level entry field. Some 35 R5s at the start. And this is Frenchman Brian Bouffier. Once upon a day he was second in the Rally Monte Carlo, and he has tried several times to win here in Ypres, and this year could be his year if he can beat Thierry Neuville, of course. Kevin Abring, together with co-driver Peter Choon, also a former winner here back in 2001, but then he was at the steering wheel. Kevin Abring in the Peugeot 208 R2 has a good start of the Ypres Rally, sets the third time in the opening stage, and only loses 3 seconds on Brian Bouffier. And here's Thierry Neuville in his Hyundai, decorated by an 8-year-old. Zoe made this beautiful emoji decoration. Neuville has little experience here in Ypres. Spent most of his career on the roads of the World Rally Championship, of course. But still, he's the big favorite. But he sets the second time in the opening stage, loses 1/10. This is Frederick Arlin, one of the contenders of the British Rally Championship, also in the Skoda Fabia R5. Chris Brinson needs a good result here to keep his championship hopes alive.
130 links en 31 breder na driehoeksport.
Difficult start for Brinson as well, only in 9th, just behind his big competitor for the Belgian Rally title, Vincent Verschuren. Keith Cronin in the Ford Fiesta, best of the competitors of the British Championship, in 4th after the opening stage. 20 stages in Ypres, 8th on the first day. This is Bert Cornelis, the Flemish outsider, but he goes off the road rather quickly. Achille Boxoen is here to learn. He has an 11-fold winner, Freddie Loix, as a coach, so he should learn quite quickly. Paul Cousins for the first time with an R5 car here in Ypres. He used to do it with an R2, but an R5 goes a lot quicker than the R2 cars. Desi Henry in the Skoda Fabia, 4th of the contenders of the British Championship, and Concave in his Hyundai is in 3rd, some 10 seconds behind Keith Cronin. Here is the Irishman, has a good placing overall as well, because Cronin is in 9th overall after 5 stages, some 48 seconds behind the overall leader. Belgian youngster Guillaume Delay for the first time here in Ypres at the start with a Hyundai i20. He's in 8th overall, just behind his countryman Kevin de Maarschalk. Finished 5th in the previous rally of the Belgian Rally Championship, and he wants to do it again. Surprise for Bernd Kazir. He's in 6th.
Ik ben tevreden van mee te kunnen.
Yeah, I'm very happy with to keep up with the riders at the front. Yeah, we lack a lot of mileage, of course, because we don't drive a lot, but it's not an excuse. Vincent Verschuren making up time after 3 opening stages where he lost a lot of time. He's now back to 5th position, some 24 seconds down.
De eerste twee proeven waren echt extreem.
The first two stages were very slippery, very surprising. The car was all over the place. I couldn't find a rhythm. I was a bit confused. I lost the rhythm there, but we've gained some confidence, and I hope we can set some good times now in the next stages. Chris Prinsen is in 4th overall, just 2 seconds ahead of Verschuren.
Open daarvoor, wordt 60 rem tot 60, links 20 beetje couperen.
Ja?
Is rechts 25,5 couperen. Plus links daarvoor.
Probleem met de handrem of wat was het?
Was there a problem with the handbrake? Yes, very strange. I've never had that. I had to pull it 2-3 times before it acted in a hairpin. Didn't work. And then you lose the rhythm and you lose the speed. But everything else was going well. Cutting deep there, Kevin Abring with the Peugeot. Trying to keep up with the leaders. That's not easy.
Ja, ik denk dat we moeten accepteren.
Yeah, I think we have to accept that we're not going to win it if nothing happens with the leaders in front. And on the other side, we knew that beforehand. I think we're right on schedule to have a good result here. Brian Bouffier, after his fast stage time in the opening stage, he's still in second now, 2.9 seconds down.
C'est une course que j'apprécie beaucoup.
It's a rally that I like a lot. The stages are very nice, very technical. And I have a new car as well. It's the first time I drive with a Skoda. And it's going well. The man leading in Ypres is Thierry Neuville after 5 stages. With his colourful Hyundai, he has 2.9 seconds in hand. Yes, I accepted to come here because some of my Belgian fans don't have the opportunity to go to the World Rally Championship. So this gives them the occasion to go and support us and to take some pictures and give some autographs. And the sun is shining, it's a great atmosphere here in Ypres. It's completely new to drive at the R5, but it's a challenge. And these are the standings after 5 stages. Thierry Neuville leading from Brian Bouffier, then Kevin Abring, Chris Prinsen in 4th, and Vincent Verschuren in 5th. 3 more stages on the opening day. And Chris Ingram is the best of the junior riders in the 2-wheel drive category. He's one of the European references in the category, and he has to take on Guillaume de Mévius, the Belgian leader in the Junior Championship. It's Ingram leading for now, some 18 seconds in hand over de Mévius. Leading the GT class is Tim van Parijs in his Porsche. Van Parijs has a big lead over Frederik Delplas and this Chris de Biezer, who are already 2 minutes and 48 seconds behind after the opening day. Van Klaarhout and co-driver Van der Putten are in 4th in the GT class, also with a Porsche 997. Not easy to keep the power of the Porsche on the road here. And then Thierry Neuville trying to increase his lead, but then this happens.
I came a bit fast for a corner which was quite dirty. I was a bit out of line and we went through the ditch and then we just rolled the car. So not what we wanted, but obviously really tricky plays and we're just starting to having fun, understanding the car, but obviously it came to an end very quickly.
Fortunately, he could smile about it. But that was the end of his rally. He could restart the second day, but he had lots of penalties, so he wouldn't win this. Thierry Neuville. Keith Cronin in 8th overall at the end of the first day, just behind Mimo Basso in the Hyundai i20. Ben Kazir re-enters the top 5. A great opening day for Kazir. Chris Prinsen just outside the podium positions in 4th. 34 seconds down on the leader.
Ik vind dat we goed gereden hebben, maar
I think we drove well today, But I hope the organization will give us a corrected time for Diggibus. There we lost lots of time because of the crash of Cherry. It's unfortunate because that was the place where we tried to attack a bit. Yeah, I think I'm just waiting what the organization will do. We were having fun. Princeton had a good time for that stage, and Vincent Verschuren picking up places as the others fall by the wayside. He's in third at the end of day one, some 28 seconds down.
Het ritme is beter of de eerste lus?
Yeah, we had a good rhythm then in the first loop. I feel a lot better at the wheel of the car. I'm a bit more comfortable, and hope we can increase tomorrow. But Bouffier is going very quickly. I don't know if we can beat him, but we will try to fight for second. A second position that is in the hands of Kevin Abbring now, and the Dutchman is 22 seconds down on the leader after the opening 8 stages.
Tweede plek in Ypres met dit veld.
Second in Ypres with this entry list. It's not bad. The only thing that we could have done better was have a longer gear because we lost some time here. No, I don't think we could have taken the leads because it didn't cost us 20 seconds.
20 seconden dat niet mogelijk is geweest.
And leading is Brian Bouffier, as was last year's leader after the first day, but this time he has almost 22 seconds in hand. Of course I like to be at the front, but we'll try to keep us as long as possible. It won't be easy, because I know how quickly things can change here. For the moment I'm very happy, so to end this day in front is good. So these are the standings at the end of day one. Brian Bouffier leading from Kevin Abbring, then Vincent Verschuren in third from Chris Princeton and Bernd Kazier. See you after the break. Welcome back in Belgium, in Ypres, for the 6th round of the Belgian Rally Championship, the Ypres Rally, the highlight of the Belgian Rally Championship. And there's a good fight going on for the two-wheel drive category, the junior category, between this Guillaume de Mévius in his Peugeot 208.
Au bleu, Pex, 70 le frein glisse, droite 90 petite, 90 petite, 50, sommet droite 143, ferme 120, bref plonge.
And this Chris Ingram in the Opel Adam, the difference between Ingram and the Mévius is only 14 seconds. It's quite close, isn't it? He's leading, I'm second, but the times go up and down. Sometimes I'm quicker, sometimes he is.
Chris, is there some competition between you two?
Friendly competition, definitely. I think it's been a great battle so far, and I think next few stages is going to be really interesting. So it's great to have him here pushing us really hard. That's how we're going to get faster together.
In the GT category, Frédéric Delplas is now up to second, 2 minutes and 36 seconds behind Tim van Parijs, who's still dominating the GT category with his spectacular Porsche 997 GT3. It's very difficult here in Ypres to get the power of the two-wheel drive Porsche to the road. It's very slippery. So we're trying hard, time's not so bad, and we're entertaining the crowds and we're having fun. In the overall category, Achille Boxoen is inside the top 20, not bad for his first attempt.
Mijn doel is vooral om aan de eind mee te komen.
I'm trying to get to the finish here because I've seen there's a lot of other drivers who fell by the wayside. So my aim is to get to the finish, to get as much mileage as possible and to learn a lot. Cedric De Checo in the Peugeot 208 doesn't have the latest evolutions though. He's in 14th position, just after the halfway point of the Ypres Rally. He's just ahead of this Pieter Jan Meijert. in one of the 35 R5s that were starting the Ford Fiesta here. And Davy Van Nester is in 13th with another Fiesta R5. Close competition there for the positions between places 5 and 15 even. Ocean Prize is in 12th overall, but he's fourth of the runners of the British Rally Championship. A good performance for Prize there, together with co-driver Dale Furness. Chris Brinson has had a lot of trouble here. Had a puncture, lost some 4 minutes, had to stop in the stage, and all ambitions to win this rally are gone.
Probleem is gewoon dat ik niet weet waar.
I don't know where I had the puncture. I never felt anything. It was 3 or 4 kilometers in the stage. I think it happened very early. So with Princeton losing a lot of time, that's a position gained for Matthew Edwards, who's in second for the drivers competing in the British Rally Championship. He's in 9th overall, just behind Paul Keusens, getting to grips with the speed of the R5 car here in Ypres.
Het niveau ligt hoog in deze rally, heb ik de indruk.
The level is very high in this rally. It's extremely high, but we don't care about the drivers in the top 4 or 5. We're trying to do our own rhythm, and we have to learn a lot because the speed difference between R2 and an R5 is immense here. Dutchman Herman Kobis used to be a regular competitor in the Belgian Rally Championship. Now he only comes to Ypres with his Skoda Fabia. He's in 7th. Kees Cronin is in 6th overall, leader of the drivers of the British Rally Championship. And Cronin is just 14 seconds behind Mimo Basso, so Cronin could get into the top 5. Bernd Kazir is in 4th now, just over a minute behind the leader. Jerry Neville has restarted. Of course, he can't compete for the win, but he pleases his fans.
Les mécanos ont fait un superbe travail, ils ont bien réparé.
Yeah, the mechanics did a great job in repairing the car, and so we could restart today. But we broke the rear window, so you had all the debris in the car that stuck the throttle, so it was a scary moment, but we got back here to the service park. Vincent Verschuren, trying to make up for lost time, is now only 16 seconds behind the leader. But it might be a case of too little too late, and he was surprised by this little jump on the camel stage. That was a hard hit.
Op camel zijn we met een paar verrast.
Yeah, the camel stage, I think a couple of drivers were surprised by that jump. It was a bit tougher than expected. You hit the front of the car with the tarmac, yeah, and we broke the rear window as well. So I was very lucky to keep the car on the road. Yeah, it was rather well for the other stages. A good rhythm. And the quick rhythm as well, and trouble for Brian Bouffier as well because of the gearbox change.
Ils ont changé la boîte, il y a sûrement une...
The gearbox was changed, and probably there was a part that wasn't well put, because of the first stage I got stuck in 3rd gear and I lost a lot of time. 39 seconds to be exact, and that meant that Kevin Abring takes the lead of the Ypres rally, even though he thought it would be impossible to win after a couple of stages. He is now leading with 6 stages to go.
Kevin Abring, ze vallen als vliegen.
Kevin, they fall by the wayside left and right, and now you're suddenly leading. Well, suddenly we kept them under pressure as well, and the gap was just big enough to take the lead. But yeah, but if Brian pushes a bit, he can take a couple of seconds every stage. But then again, he made a small mistake in the last one, so under pressure. So everything can happen here in Ypres. So 6 more stages to decide the Ypres rally, but for the moment Abring is leading from Bouffier, only 7.9 seconds in hand, and Verschuren in 3rd, then Kazir, and then Basso. The final 6 stages, Dan and Guillaume de Mévius in his fight with Chris Ingram takes the win. Ingram makes a mistake 2 stages from the end, and it's a great win for de Mévius, who is almost Belgian Rally Junior champion. Great GT win for Tim van Parijs as well, winning with 5 minutes in hand. Great rally as well for Keith Cronin, taking full points for the British Rally Championship and finishing in 7th overall. Herman Kobus with an inspired last stage, takes 5th, passing Gian Domenico Basso in the last stage. So a good top 5 result for the Dutchman. And another 4th place for Bernd Kazir here in Ypres. I think it's the 3rd or the 4th time he finishes 4th here. So a good result for Kazir. Vincent Verschuren finishes in 3rd, the leader of the Belgian Rally Championship, but he didn't mark this rally to score points, so he scores no points in this one. Still a podium finish in Ypres. Always a good result. Some 47 seconds down. 3rd, a good result here in Ypres. Yeah, I'm happy with the podium finish, but I feel like I could have done more, because yesterday in the first 3 stages I lost a lot of time. I didn't have a good setup. The car was sliding all over the place, so I couldn't adapt immediately, and then I lost a lot of time. So maybe without that I could have fought for the 2nd position. That 2nd position went to Brian Bouffier. Lost some 40 seconds due to that gearbox problem, and eventually he ended up 8 seconds behind Abring.
On avait une belle avance ce matin.
Yeah, we had a great lead this morning, and then we had that problem with the gearbox. We lose 40 seconds, and at the end we were 8 seconds behind, so it's like that. We could have won with a big lead. Well, I'm a bit disappointed, of course, because there was a good chance to win here, but you have to accept it. It was a great rally, a great atmosphere, and that's what I will remember from this Ypres rally. But the win goes to Kevin Abring and Peter Choon. Kevin Abring is the first Dutch rally driver to win here in Ypres, and for Choon it's his 2nd win after winning as a driver in 2001.
Wat is dit voor een waanzinnig slot, zeg.
What a great end to this rally. Yeah, this is not only for us, it's for Peugeot Belux as well, for DG Sport as well. They have made a great car with an entry list like this. To win here for the championship, this is extremely good. We have to score on this right moment. Time to start the celebrations for Kevin Abring and Peter Choon, ending a long winning streak for Skoda in Ypres as well. So great result by the Peugeot team. Abring wins it with 8 seconds in hand from Bouffier, then Verschuren in 3rd, Kazir in 4th, and Herman Kobus snatches 5th in the last stage. With Verschuren scoring no points, that means that Chris Princeton is now leading 4 points ahead of Verschuren. Then Kevin Abring up to 3rd, Guillaume de Mévius in 4th, and Bastien Rouard in 5th. So time to celebrate with some 80,000 spectators here in Ypres. A great rally, 53rd edition of the Ypres Rally. Next rally is the Omloop van Vlaanderen in September. See you then.